There is a system falling on your roof right now that can replace 30% of your household water use. Not 5%, not 10%, 30%. Every inch of rain that hits 1,000 square feet of rooftop produces 600 gallons of clean, free water. The average American home collects over 14,000 gallons per year and sends every drop straight into the storm drain. For 3,000 years, civilizations built empires on the ability to capture what falls from the sky. The Nabataeans carved secret cisterns into desert rock that are still holding water today. The Inca engineered gravity-fed irrigation channels across vertical mountain faces at 11,000 feet. Then in the 20th century, something happened. States began passing laws making it illegal to collect the rain that falls on your own property. Colorado criminalized rain barrels until 2016. The water that hits your roof, that touches nothing but your shingles, was legally claimed by someone else. Meanwhile, the bottled water industry grew to $47 billion, selling you what the sky gives away for free. What they do not want you to understand is that a single weekend of work and less than $200 in materials can build a gravity-fed system that waters your entire garden without electricity, without pumps, and without paying anyone a monthly bill. This is the water system that waters itself. Around 300 BC, a civilization rose in one of the most unforgiving deserts on Earth. The Nabataeans built Petra, a city of 30,000 people, in a canyon that receives less than 6 inches of rainfall per year. They should have died. Every neighbouring tribe expected them to. Instead, they became one of the wealthiest trading empires in the ancient world, and water was the reason. Nabataean engineers carved more than 200 cisterns into limestone cliffs, connected by over 200 kilometers of pipelines, channels, and aqueducts. They developed waterproof cement so advanced that some of those cisterns still hold water 2,000 years later. They carved settling basins to purify their drinking water and built stone walls over their cisterns to prevent evaporation. Their system captured every possible drop of rainwater and channeled it through gravity-fed networks that supplied an estimated 40,000 cubic meters of water daily. But here's the part that made them untouchable. They hid their water. Diodorus of Sicily, writing in the 1st century BC, described how the Nabataeans dug underground reservoirs, plastered them waterproof, plugged the openings, and levelled the ground so the cisterns were invisible to outsiders. When armies demanded to know where the water came from, the Nabataeans made up stories about magical underground rivers. They charged those armies for water access while keeping the actual sources secret. Water was not just survival, it was power. Half a world away and 1,500 years later, the Inca engineered an equally extraordinary system at 11,500 feet in the Peruvian Andes. At Moray, they built concentric circular terraces descending 490 feet into the earth, each level connected by the gravity-fed irrigation channels sourced from mountain reservoirs. The temperature difference between the top and bottom terraces reached 27 degrees Fahrenheit, creating distinct microclimates on each level. They imported soils from across Peru and used the irrigation system to test which crops thrived under which conditions. It was the world's first agricultural research laboratory, and it ran entirely on captured water and gravity. No pumps, no electricity, no external inputs, just an understanding of how water moves downhill, and the patience to design around that single principle. That principle, gravity plus capture equals free water, is the foundation of everything you are about to build. Here is how the system works. Your roof is a catchment surface. When rain hits your roof, it flows into gutters, down through downspouts, and currently straight into the ground or storm drain. You're going to intercept that flow and store it. For every inch of rain that falls on 1,000 square feet of roof, you collect roughly 600 gallons. The average American roof is about 2,000 square feet. In a moderate rainfall area receiving 30 inches per year, that roof can theoretically capture over 37,000 gallons annually. At 75% collection efficiency, accounting for evaporation and first flush losses, you are looking at around 28,000 usable gallons per year. The average American family uses 320 gallons per day. 30% of that, roughly 96 gallons, goes to outdoor use. More than half of outdoor water goes to lawns and gardens. The EPA estimates that landscape irrigation alone accounts for nearly 9 billion gallons per day nationwide, and 50% of that irrigation water is wasted through evaporation, wind and runoff. A properly designed rainwater system does not just collect water, it eliminates the waste. Here is what you need and what it costs. A single 55-gallon rain barrel costs between $50 and $150. Many municipalities give them away free through conservation programs. You can also repurpose a food-grade barrel for as little as $15. If you want more capacity, daisy-chain multiple barrels together with basic hardware store fittings. 4 connected barrels give you 220 gallons of storage for under $200 total. That is your starter system. For serious garden irrigation, a 275-gallon IEC tote costs between $50 and $100 used. One of those, elevated on cinder blocks or pallets, can gravity feed a drip irrigation system across an entire vegetable garden with 0 electricity. Now let me walk you through the build. Step 1. Locate your most productive downspout. This is the one that drains the largest section of your roof. Position your barrel or tote next to it. Step 2. Install a downspout diverter. This is a $10 to $20 fitting that redirects water from your downspout into the barrel when it is raining, and lets overflow continue to the drain when the barrel is full. No sawing your downspout in half. No permanent modifications. Step 3. Elevate your barrel. This is the critical detail most guides skip, and it is the reason most first-time systems fail. Every foot of elevation produces 0.43 pounds per square inch of water pressure. Drip irrigation does not need high pressure, it just needs water in the line. A barrel sitting on 3 cinder blocks, roughly 18 inches high, produces enough gravity pressure to feed a low-pressure drip system across a flat garden. Step 4. Attach a filter and a gravity-rated drip line. A 100 micron inline filter costs about $15 and prevents debris from clogging your emitters. Run half-inch polytubing from the barrel to your garden beds. Punch holes and insert low-pressure emitters at each plant, or use 1/4-inch soaker drip line for row crops. The entire drip kit costs $30 to $50. Step 5, and this is where the system becomes self-sustaining. Add a first flush diverter to the downspout above the barrel. The first flow of rainwater off any roof carries dust, pollen, bird droppings, and debris. A first flush diverter captures and discards the first 1 to 2 gallons of dirty water, then automatically redirects clean water into your barrel. The cost is about $20 to $30. With that single addition, your collected water is clean enough for any garden use without treatment. From barrel to garden, the water flows by gravity alone. No pump, no electricity, no timer required, though you can add a battery-operated gravity-rated timer for $15 if you want automated watering. The total cost of a complete system, barrel, diverter, elevation, filtration, first flush and drip irrigation, ranges from $100 to $250 depending on whether you buy new components or repurpose materials. Compare that to what you're currently paying. The average American family spends over $1,000 per year on water. Water and sewer bills have increased 24% in just the last 5 years according to Bluefield research, with some cities seeing bills above $140 per month. 30% of that bill is outdoor use. That is $300 or more per year going to water your lawn and garden with treated municipal water that was pumped, filtered, chemically treated, and piped to your house using infrastructure that costs billions to maintain. You're about to replace that outdoor portion with water that falls from the sky for free, is naturally soft, contains no chlorine or fluoride, and plants actually prefer. Research consistently shows that rainwater produces healthier plants than treated municipal water because it is free of the salts and chemicals that build up in soil over time. You've built your system for under $250. You've eliminated your outdoor water bill. Your garden is thriving on free, chemical-free water delivered by gravity. Now here is the question nobody in the water industry wants you to ask. If this system is so simple, so cheap, and so effective, why is it not standard on every American home? The answer starts with a number. Americans spend $532 billion annually on utilities. The water and sewer portion alone generates tens of billions in municipal revenue. Every gallon you collect from your roof is a gallon you do not buy from the utility. Multiply that by 100 million households and the math becomes existential for the industry. The bottled water industry, valued at $47 billion in the United States alone, sells you filtered water at a markup that would make a pharmaceutical company blush. A gallon of municipal tap water costs fractions of a penny. A gallon of bottled water costs between $3 and $8. A gallon of rainwater costs nothing. The industry response has been remarkably coordinated. In Western states, water rights laws dating back over 120 years were interpreted to mean that rain falling on your property belonged to downstream users. Colorado did not fully legalize residential rain barrel collection until 2016, and even then capped it at 110 gallons, 2 barrels per household. The legal argument was that your roof runoff might eventually flow into a stream that feeds a river that someone downstream has a historical claim to. That logic means the rain hitting your shingles is not legally yours. It belongs to someone who filed a piece of paper a century ago. Meanwhile, in states like Texas, which actively encourages rainwater harvesting and offers tax incentives for collection systems, adoption has surged. The technology works, the economics work. The only thing that does not work is the profit model for the people selling you water. But the knowledge is spreading the same way the Nabataeans spread it along their caravan routes, the same way the Inca spread it across the Andes. Person to person, roof to barrel, barrel to garden, and once the system is running it does not stop. The rain keeps falling, the gravity keeps pulling, the garden keeps growing, and you stop writing a check every month for something the sky has always given you for free. 10 years from now, when water bills have climbed another 24%, when drought restrictions limit when you can water your lawn, when your neighbours are watching their gardens brown while paying more than ever, you will walk outside, check your barrel, open a valve and watch gravity do what it has done for 3,000 years. No bill, no permission, no dependence on a system that treats a basic human need as a revenue stream. You will have built something so simple that it feels almost primitive, except it is not. It is the same elegant engineering that sustained Petra for 6 centuries in a desert and fed the Inca at 11,000 feet on nothing but captured rain and patience. The knowledge has survived because it works. Now it is yours. If this changes how you think about the water falling on your roof, subscribe so you do not miss the next system we uncover. Share this with someone who is ready to stop paying for rain. Check the link in the description for our free guide to building your first system this weekend. The water is already falling. The only question is whether you catch it.